Just like you, I use the SAP Business Technology Platform, and to manage all my resources there, I use one of my favorite tools, the BTP CLI. I love it. There's a survey going on right now, pretty much most of this month, run by the BTP CLI team. They want to know from us, from me and from you, what we think. I've already filled in my survey, it took me a few minutes. Check out the survey, the links in the description to this video, and let them know what you think.
Next week on June 29th, our SAP HANA Cloud Product Management team invites you to join them to learn about the latest SAP HANA Cloud quarterly release. SAP experts will discuss the newest updates in various areas, including multimodal data processing, SAP HANA deployment infrastructure and database development, and the data lake. You will also have the opportunity to ask our experts questions using the Q&A tool. So don't forget to register for this webinar now. Speaking of SAP HANA, I would like to remind you about the Open SAP course using the optimizer for SQL script programming in SAP HANA, which is currently underway. In this course, you can discover the general analysis strategy for optimizing SQL script performance, explore supportability features, and review case studies. Furthermore, if you are a regular attendee of Open SAP courses and have completed the recent Introduction to SAP Datasphere course, I would like to remind you about a perfect opportunity to apply your new skills. Join the virtual Plan to Win hackathon, which we are organizing jointly with the Olympic gold medalist Jan Frodeno right now. Check the video description for all the relevant links.
Week 1 and 2 of the June React SAP UI 5 Developer Challenge has been quite the hit with lots of participation. In Week 2, you mastered the implementation of your own custom status component, and some of you even took on the additional challenge of incorporating the analytical table component. Building on the momentum, Week 3 of this challenge introduces a larger data set and focuses on teaching you how to implement an infinite scroll feature. While this is a common functionality in modern frameworks, its implementation can be a bit tricky. To learn more about this month-long challenge and discover what's going on in Week 3, check out the links below for more information. Thank you for your continued participation. Good luck and happy coding!
We at SAP have a really cool new Python package for SAP AI Core that helps you to integrate Azure OpenAI's large language models into your business applications. I know that many of you have been having really cool use cases already, but you didn't really know how to implement them. Well, this is your way to go. Carl Isaac wrote a short blog post on the topic, Harnessing the Power of Large Language Models, Empowering SAP BTP Application Developers. On that blog post, he tells you how to get started, what the benefits are, and he also gives us a little sneak peek on future upgrades of that package, for example, including the personalization of large language models that are available with your own dataset. I, for one, am very excited and can't wait to get started. Let me know what you think.
Hey everybody, Josh Bentley, Developer Advocate. I'm joining you today from our beautiful SAP labs in the office. Bobblehead Josh also made the trip with me, and he's enjoying not only being here in India, but helping to set up our new Developer Advocates for this region. Please, if you're watching this YouTube channel, the SAP Developer News, subscribe and make sure you get alerts, because as new items come out from the team here in India, you'll get to meet all the new colleagues that are joining the team. Now on to today's news. As you can see, I'm standing in a beautiful atrium and there's a boat next to me. So as you may or may not know, Kyma is actually the Greek word for wave. And what better place to talk about Kyma than next to a boat? I have a lot of Kyma items to discuss with you today that you may have missed over the last few weeks. First up is the exciting news that we now have an SAP Kyma Extensibility Certification exam. If you want to get this certification, you'll need to complete the 10 parts of the SAP Kyma learning journey. This is at no charge to you. All the education is free, but if your organization has not subscribed and purchased exam attempts, then you'll need to buy some of those so you can take the exam, and once you pass it, you'll be an SAP Certified Development Associate for side-by-side extensibility on Kyma. Next, we have 2 blog posts from Magdalena Streck. In this first post, Magdalena gives us a sneak peek of the JWT handler. This is an alpha feature of Istio, so some testing and stability may need to come, but in the meantime, go ahead and read this blog post if you're interested in API gateway items and how to secure and expose your workload via Kyma. Next, from Magdalena, she walks us through the status of the ORY Hydra runtime component. It's approaching its end of life, and you'll need to migrate to the SAP Cloud Identity Services. So please read this blog post if you're interested in doing that. For our fourth Kyma item today, I wanted to highlight a blog post from Peter Tesney. He wanted to share his thoughts on how to create service accounts in Kyma. Through this very detailed blog post, he'll explain how the namespaces work in Kyma, as well as the steps needed to set up and test all the role binding and tokens that are needed for your new service account. For our final news item on Kyma, it's from Martin Frick. Martin walks us through the SaaS onboarding and one domain concepts in SAP BTP Kyma using CAP, the Cloud Application Programming Model. There's a great summary he posted, including his GitHub repository, along with this blog post. Lots of amazing pictures, infographics, and snippets of code. It's rather lengthy, but a very well done blog post for exploring Kyma and CAP. So I recommend you grab a beverage of your choice and enjoy all the great information in this blog post and all the other updates on Kyma. That's it for today from SAP Labs India.